Yeah, yeah, and maybe on that note, for the people who aren't sort of aware of what Scientology is, maybe they've just briefly heard about it, do you want to explain what the difference between sort of local staff is and or public to the likes of Sea Org?
Sure. It's, whenever I compare it to any other established religion, people sometimes get a little upset. They're trying to say it's like that. It isn't like Catholicism, but if I was going to compare it, I'd say, look, you have Catholics who they go to church on Sunday, maybe they volunteer for certain Catholic organizations, but they go home every day. And then you have your religious orders, right? They are going to live in the rectory, the monastery, the convent, the abbey. They're going to live there. And so there's a difference right there. So in Scientology, most people are, you could cynically call them paying customers. I'd have no problem with that. Scientology calls them parishioners, which I find annoying because A, they're not Catholic or Church of England either, and B, they're not in Louisiana, which also has parishes. It's just stupid. But anyway, the publics are just people who are members. They pay membership dues, they take courses, they get auditing. They may even let their membership dues lapse from year to year because it's very expensive, but they still consider themselves Scientologists. Local staff, it's going to be like a smaller local branch, either a mission or an org that has introductory and maybe some intermediate level services. And those staff also don't live there. I think I'd heard rumblings of at one place that they were going to try to have a bunch of them live together, but and and when some ideal orgs have opened, they've had some Sea Org staff come and help. But other than that, as a normal course of events, what you have are people who are doing it either in the evenings after they get off work or during the day and then they work at night because with what the cult pays, local staff can't really make a go of it. You have to have some other source of income, whether it's a pension, whether it's your trust fund, whether it's a day job. You have to, or you're living with your mom. In other words, if you were expected, if you wanted to fund a mortgage and utility payments and car payments on what C of S pays you, you could not do it. And so that's kind of the difference. And then you have Sea Org, which is actually the church's, the cult's management and administrative arm. And they sign billion-year contracts, ridiculous as it sounds. And most of them live on base. I've heard there's some exceptions, but the majority of them live on base. They can't go in and out as they please unless their job specifies it. So if you're just a regular Sea Org worker, you get a break and you decide that you're just going to go out, you're going to get stopped at the gate.